Hey hobby fans, welcome back to my channel. I am your hobby brother, and today let's gonna have a short review on this HG Gundam Build Strike full package Hurian model. The Gundam Build Strike full package is from the Gundam Build Fighters anime series. Now, this kit comes from another different third-party company, Huiyan, and this is my fourth kit in my collection when I'm just started to get into this kind of hobby. Also at that time, I've been currently watching the Gundam Build Fighters anime. And at first, I don't know what kind of model this is. I just found it in an online store. I was surprised that the price were quite cheaper until I found out that it doesn't come from the official manufacturer of Gunpla kits, which we all know, Bandai. But is this Build Strike Hurian model is far more better compared to the common Gao Gao or TT Hongli kits? Well, let's find out. At first, let's talk about its plastic quality. I must say that even for a bootleg kit like this, its plastic is far more better compared to the regular TT Hongli kits that I have in my humble collection. And yes, there are some TT Hongli kits that has a good and acceptable plastic in terms of quality and also because of their price range. But this Hurian model is more obviously appealing. The moldings are good and the color representation is so great and vibrant. An absolute care and patience of snap fitting this kit is necessary. Otherwise, you'll end up with a tons of stress, marks, broken parts, or hard to disassemble parts. The Build Strike Gundam is Sei's custom modification to the Strike Gundam in Gundam Build Fighters series. Obviously, the weapons, shields, and backpack is very new. The backpack gives the Build Strike its massiveness and with some nice features. Sadly though, it is made up of entirely blue runner parts. The white trims you see are stickers. And I messed up with it back in the day, especially the ones on the backpack. But to be honest, unlike TT Hongli stickers, the stickers on this Hurian model is pretty good. There are colors that are so vibrant and it sticks to the plastic surface very well. Just by looking at it at some angle with its expanded wings and shoulder design, it kinda reminds me of the Freedom Gundam, except only for its colors and design that is based on the original Strike Gundam. And speaking of the design, as you can see, the details quite crisp on the head, torso, and shoulder when compared to the original Strike. You might also notice that he uses new elbow joint for the new HG series. The torso is separated in two segments with a ball joint in the middle, unlike the older Strike HG kit. The knees are double joint and gives a good range of bend. And as you may notice, that the blue part on the knees are actually the stickers. The wings on the backpack can be folded and rotated for better performance in combat, and of course for making action poses. Since the main thrusters are rotatable, it allows the unit to perform sharp turns and hover over the combat area as we seen on the anime. Now let's talk about the articulation. The arms is connected via ball joint to the torso, so they could go lightly higher than 90 degree and could swing slightly forward and back. The elbow offers a good 180 degree bend, while in comparison to the older HG Strike's elbow can do a 90 degree bend. It uses a ball joint than the straight peg and socket of the HG Strike. Since it separates the torso pieces by a ball joint, it could slightly bend forward and back. The side skirts can also be rotated, and the knees on the Hurian model has a big improvement compared to other TT Hongli kits. The foot has a good range of motion, and the ankle armor isn't much of an obstruction. Gundam Build Strike full package offers a good range of weapon selection. First off, the beam gun. Looks rather small but has a good amount of detail to it. Notice that finger guard of the trigger is not close. With this, you could just simply put in or take out the weapon without dismantling the hands. Pretty convenient. And now, the beam rifle. The beam rifle, which is a standard fare for most mobile suits when it comes to range combat. As with the beam gun, details are good and uses the same handle design for the trigger. And when you absolutely want a bigger one, the enhanced beam rifle comes to play. Personally, this is more of a beam launcher than a beam rifle. I wish this enhanced beam rifle comes with a color, or maybe they base it on the earlier parts of the series. You see, in the earlier part of the anime, Sei haven't yet painted the weapon, hence it is gray. Fully painted, it should be for the most part white and bits of gray, red, and green. The shield has good color representation too. It has a color red, gray, and yellow. The whites are done by, you guessed it, stickers. And lastly, the kit comes with this pair of beam sabers with a long and satisfying reddish colored beam effects. Despite the fact of being so good and satisfying looking kit, I personally encounter some minor fading issues, probably because the kit is one of the Huiyan company's earlier model that is produced and sold in different markets. Like I said earlier, you really need to have patience and care in building this one. But I must say that it is a good experience to have this kit in my personal and humble collection. I admire its simplicity, the weapon design, and the likeness to the color scheme of the original Strike Gundam. And that's it for a short review of the Gundam Build Strike full package Huiyan model. Stay safe everyone, and I'll see you on the next video. Happy Brothers Reviews.